parents, and students. I would first like to welcome you to Miss Mannon's English class. We're going to have a great year and I can't wait to get started. During this short video, I'll go over a few key points from the syllabus as well as some extra information. The first thing I would like to talk to you about is communication. Open communication is essential for student success. This includes communication between parents and teachers, students and teachers, as well as parents and students. There are several ways that I use technology to communicate. The first way that I'll use technology to communicate is through Google Guardian. Guardian is a Google Classroom feature that I'm trying out this year. This feature allows parents to receive weekly emails outlining what's happening in my class and will also notify parents of missing and upcoming assignments, class activity, and any announcements for the week. The second way I'll use technology to communicate is through Remind 101. Parents and students, please sign up for this service. Your unique code can be found on the last page of the syllabus. I am fairly certain that you have had a teacher in the past that have used this program and you probably already have the app on your phone. I'm not going to blow it up with daily messages, but I will use it periodically for important reminders. I didn't know this as a parent, but you can also use Remind to quickly message me if needed. It's a cool and useful feature. Students, please refrain from using this feature as I will not respond to students outside of the district monitored email system. The third way will be through SIS and Parent Portal. Students, you are already signed up for SIS and you have used it in the past to check your grades. Parents, most of you have probably already signed up for Parent Portal and it will be available for you again this year automatically. For those of you who have not signed up, Parent Portal is the parent side to SIS and will give you up-to-date information on your student, such as lunch balances, attendance, and grades. In future videos and screencasts, I'll show you how to access additional information in SIS, and I'll send that information out through Remind 101 at a later date. The fourth way is through ICU alerts. ICU is a program that the district has implemented at the junior high and high school levels. At Poplar Bluff Junior High, the ICU system is used as a means of support in the event that a student has not been able to complete an assignment within the time frame given. How this works in my class is that I will give the student an assignment with a due date. If the student doesn't turn in the assignment by the due date, they then have a 24-hour grace period to complete the assignment and turn it in without penalty. If a student still has not turned in the assignment after the 24 hours is over, he or she will be put on the ICU list. Once on the list, the student will be called to the ICU room during 5th hour, which is lunch and academic lab for 7th grade, and they will have lunch delivered to them while they work on the missing assignment. It is very important to note that this is not meant as a punishment, but as an opportunity for the student to receive additional time to complete assignments that may otherwise start to pile up, and we know this can make catching up very difficult. Also note that in cases of absences, per the handbook, a student is allowed 1 day for each day absent to make up any work, and this will be taken into consideration prior to ICU being assigned. The student will have the extra time to complete the assignment before being put on the ICU list. Now that we know the basis of what ICU is and how it works, if a student is added to the list, the parent and the student will receive a notification email. This email will give you the information regarding the assignment, including the date assigned, the due date, the number of days given in class to complete the assignment, and any additional information I may have. In an effort to use this tool as an effective means to communicate, I try to be as thorough as I can. Once the student completes a missing assignment and is taken off the ICU list, you will receive another email notifying you of the completion. The final way that I'll use technology to communicate is through email. I check my email several times a day and try my best to respond as quickly as possible. If it's during the evening or over the weekend, it may be the next day we're in school before I reply, but honestly, I have a hard time putting away my work, and as a parent and as a student, I know if I'm taking the time to email a teacher, it's important to me. So chances are pretty good that I'm going to get back to you as quickly as I can, even outside of business hours. Another thing I'd like to talk to you about are grades. I think it's important to note that I don't give participation grades, fluff grades, or extra credit. As a teacher, I have to respect what a student's grade communicates. In other words, when you see a grade in SIS, what does that grade represent? In my class, that grade will represent the student's mastery of the state standards taught throughout that quarter. Following the district outline grading scale, a C on a report card should signify a student who has an average understanding of the standards and will score correctly approximately 70 to 79% of the time. Participation grades and extra credit grades dilute a student's true ability, and to be honest, being in an ICU school, the student has the opportunity to take as much time as he or she needs to complete an assignment to the best of their ability without penalty. They should not need extra credit if they are using the resources available to them. This also allows me to mention that I do not allow redos in my class with the exception of the reading requirement grade in my English 7 classes. If the student has the opportunity through ICU to take as much time as they need to complete an assignment to the best of their ability, once they hit submit on that assignment, they are telling me, "Miss Mannon, I have completed this assignment to the best of my ability and I'm comfortable with the effort I have given." Parents, please talk to your students about this. We only take 8 to 10 grades per quarter, and each grade is significant, both in the grade itself and in the integrity of what it represents. Having said that, there are ways for students to raise their grade without the need of fluff grades and extra credit. During the quarter, I will have 1 to 2 grades that I call fluid grades. These are IXL or no red ink assignments in which I have set a certain amount of topics for the student to master by a given due date. Once the due date comes, whatever they have completed will be recorded in SIS. If the student does not complete all the topics, they can pursue the rest of the topics on their own time, and I will update the grade in SIS up until the last day of the quarter. However, it is the student's responsibility to email me and let me know to check it. I will not go back after the due date for these assignments unless I have an email letting me know the student has mastered more of the assigned topics and their grade needs to be changed. In addition, the program we use to assess an English 7 student's reading requirement is called Read and Quiz. Read and Quiz will allow a student to take a quiz up to 2 times with a 24-hour waiting period in between those tests. I will then take the highest of the 2 scores. Last but not least, if you ever see a mistake on my part, please do not hesitate to contact me. Mistakes happen and I'm only human. Please communicate with me any concerns or suggestions you may have. I'm excited about the new school year and everything that we will accomplish together.